And we are live. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dash Attack, and I'm here with me is Brandon, the anime guy.
Why, hello there, Dash Attack. Thank you so very much for having me tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing most excellent. Although, ever since I messed up my ankle, my whole body structure got way the hell out of alignment. Went and
Ooh,
finally got to see my chiropractor today, and yeah, it was like the pretzel being unknotted, and I feel better. But man, I had a rib or a whole connector to the back that was like an inch out of alignment when he put me back in it. Yeah, I felt like I had a lung get punctured. It hurt so bad, but I do feel a lot better now, and I'm
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 glad.
ready to talk some pop culture or anime or whatever's on your mind.
Oh, yeah, right. That's awesome. I did mention in the DMs I'm going to a anime convention this Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a small event, and yeah. So I
What
know
uh, what
your favorite anime
what
is
state or what state is this in that you're going to?
oh yeah, my home state.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. And so you've got one up on me. I've never been to a convention, and the closest place that actually would do that for me is down in Utah. So a little ways away from me, but that's cool that you're going to one. Are you going
Yeah,
to be? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh no, you can go.
Are you going to be dressing up, or are you just going to be going as yourself?
I actually did get a costume. That's let me pull who I'm going as.
All right. Yes, I'm curious to see what you've got cooked up for your cosplay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
okay,
so
okay. Let's see. Okay.
while we're waiting, I want to say hello to Rosie Gamgee. Good to have you here today, my favorite Gamgee. It's always good to see you.
Mm,
And yes, cosplay reveal, cosplay.
okay. Here we go.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go. Going as this guy.
Okay. What
Yeah.
show is that from?
This is from He's Hank Haranet. I can't pronounce his last name, from a show called To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. It's the
Hmm.
it's an anime based off a manga from the people that did that Wedding Rings series.
I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah,
But then
well,
again, there's a lot of stuff that I still haven't seen that I need
yeah,
to get back into and really dive into it.
well, the concept is really cool. I much the anime introduced me to the manga. I kind of like the manga, but it's very interesting. It's in a fictional country based off Civil War America, but
Mm-hmm.
the kicker is the Union side um, you, turned their soldiers into monster like fantastical monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And he Hank was one of those soldiers. You find out and they after the war they all went they most of them went insane. So he's going to kill them.
Oh, that's definitely
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
I say, how long ago was the manga written or the anime put out?
Well, yeah. The manga came out. The anime came out in 2019, and the I think the manga came out. I'm not sure when, but I've got like the first like 12 volumes that have been translated.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these, I remember this was my avatar. This manga cover was my avatar for a while. It was pretty sick.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got the I have Hank's uniform, so I'm going to be wearing that to the convention. Fortunately, I don't have the spear or a pistol, but they probably wouldn't, with the convention, like probably other prop weapons, but
Yeah, anymore they tend to be frowning upon even prop weapons, just the way it is, unfortunately. But
oh
yeah,
yeah. But
that'll
yeah,
be.
safety. Like, I get it, but like, I mean, like even something that's clearly fake, like a sword. I mean, like they do sell swords at these conventions.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember, when I went to Comic Con, like in 2011, like on a Sunday, I seeing all these swords they had. Well, I mean, they're all dulled, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what shows have you been watching?
Oh man. Oh, let's see. Well, I I was given a copy of Trigun, the most recent release that was done by Funimation. Because trying to find the original Pioneer Genian release is near impossible. But I got it, and I've watched the first few episodes of it again, and I just forget how much I absolutely adore the anime from the '90s, and Trigun is definitely one of them. And then yesterday, I went and picked up on Blu-ray Cowboy Bebop, and holy crap, it is delicious to behold and to taste and to eat and to enjoy.
Yeah,
I really like those two.
I've seen bits of Trigon, and I have Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray, no, on DVD somewhere. I haven't finished it, but that's I definitely something I should do. I liked what I saw. Definitely
Oh
different
yeah.
than like the shonen stuff I normally watch.
Oh yeah, these two. Well, Trigun is definitely a Shonen Jump or a Shonen Sunday that it fits into that. Whereas Cowboy Bebop, it's a little different than anything else. Both of these are vastly different than most anything else out there, but Cowboy Bebop is way out there. But it is really good. And for me, it makes up what I affectionately call the triumvirate or the two-thirds of the holy trinity of 90s anime. And depending upon who you ask, it can either, the third one is either Berserk from 97 or Outlaw Star. And I could pick either of them. But there's just something about the anime from the 90s, especially the late 90s. They were just firing in all cylinders. Didn't have a whole ton of harems. There weren't any isekai stuff. You were still doing lots of sci-fi, space westerns. You still had tons of mecha stuff going on, and since that time, everything has pretty much gone to isekai. And for a while
Yeah.
there, everything was a harem. So
Well, the '90s, early 2000 had Escaflowne. That's technically
yes,
an isekai.
yeah. As I said, it wasn't used as often as it is now. Looking at the current season, there's like 8 shows that are technically isekais,
I, I,
and some
I,
of them
I,
are blatant.
it's crazy. Some of these titles, like I maxed out my dexterity and now no one can hit me or something.
Yep, that's very true. And looking at the chat here, Rosie says, "Really, Outlaw Star or Berserk?" For me, for the late '90s, that would be for sure. And then Channel 66 says, for him, it's Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually just started Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm 8 episodes in, and I really do like it. I can see that one potentially being one of the three, but I typically don't include it in that because it's a longer running series than just the one season and then a movie type deal like that, like how Trigun and Cowboy Bebop got. So
Yeah, I definitely need to. I know more 2000s, but I definitely want to pick up I started watching Inuyasha, and I like it.
Ah, very good. Well, if you wanna see what oh damn it, what's her name? The creator of Inuyasha, her first project that she did was Ranma One Half, and that's a great series. And it started back in '89. I'm about 40 episodes deep into it, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, it's a type of harem, but it's the type of harem where the main character he just wants to be a guy and doesn't give a damn about being a girl, and he either wants the girls to like him or to not like him. And of course, Akane, the other character who he's technically betrothed to, she cannot make up her mind on whether she likes him or hates him. It's it's a nonstop. It's nonstop with that. But yeah, I absolutely adore. Yeah, Rumiko. Rumiko is the creator of it, and I adore her work. She's really good.
Oh yeah, so I'll definitely have to check that one out at some point. Yeah, so yeah, so let's see, what other anime are you watching?
Oh man. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna go. I'll show you the current season stuff, the spring and the summer season from my analyst.co, and I'll share my screen with you. Show it off
Okay.
to you here. Oh, let's see. Gotta
Yeah,
cut it
while you're
back a little
doing
bit so I
that,
can
I'm
actually
going
do
to
that. There
pull
we go.
up something I was watching on Crunchyroll for a bit. I actually I'm think it's nearing the end, but I
Mm-hmm.
just think it was an amazing anime. I watched it subbed. It was oh, there it is. Can I add to stream? Oh yeah,
There.
Spy X Family. That show has really
Oh yeah.
blown up.
Yeah, for the spring season, Spy Family, the first half of the first season, phenomenal, an absolute must watch. Definitely, it's definitely worthy of all the praise that it's received, and it's actually it's actually one of the fastest selling manga. They've sold millions of copies over just the course of 3 years, and some of these shows, their manga takes a decade or more before they reach several million. So it's really hit the accelerator, and it's really good. But Spy Family was great. Love After World Domination was hilarious. A Skeleton Knight in Another World. It's that one's that one's very OP isekai.
Oh, then
But
I probably wouldn't like it. That's one of the reasons why I don't like what the Sword Art Online that really started all
yeah,
this.
I've never seen Sword Art Online. But here's what I'll say about this: even though Arc or Skeleton Knight is overpowered, he is still learning how to use it, and it is quite funny. I enjoyed it. It's
Okay, if
good.
there's a learning curve, I might like it. Like, Overlord's a bit different because it's a villain protagonist. So like,
Yep.
and he's going from an MMO to an actual fantasy world. So it makes sense for him to be ridiculously overpowered with all these debuffs and
Yes. Yeah. Very much so. And
yeah, and I see Spriggan's on there too. I watched it.
I haven't seen it yet. I've only gone through these ones. I started Aoashi, but
It was
what I've decided with it is it's basically My Hero Academia with soccer, and I'm I'm just not sure I'm gonna have the time to really watch it. But I really need to get to Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story. I've heard that's absolutely hilarious. Healer Girl's great. Uh, this one's good. Let's see. Kageyuya Sama, Love is War. The Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. I actually started the first 5 minutes of it, and yeah, it looked all right. I need to get through season 2 of Shield Hero. I absolutely loved the first season of Shield Hero. And then your boy Kong Ming. that
Yeah, I definitely
one.
want to see Shield Hero season 2. Season 1 was fantastic.
It was, it really was. And actually, this one here, Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs. It's actually it's very different. This guy starts playing what is essentially a dating sim, but it's not. it's like the second part of it is, but the first half of it isn't. His sister wants him to beat it for her with 100%, so he spends like a week straight trying to do it. When he does, he gets up, tries to leave her apartment or wherever he's at, starts going downstairs, slips, falls, and dies, and gets reincarnated as like an 8-year-old inside of this game. So he knows the rules, he retains all of his knowledge, but he's trying to go through it and survive it, and he's basically an NPC. He's part of the mob characters.
He's not even a
And
player character. Wow, that's nuts.
yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a bit different, and so far for the first two that I've seen, I did like it, but I might put that one on hold until a little later because it's good, but I could think of some other ones I'd rather watch. Now,
Yeah.
a couple of cuckoos. Oh,
See.
it's such a good show. It really is such a good show. Basically, it's what happens when you're switched at birth, and your birth parents are filthy stinking rich. Your parents that raised you are wacky, insane people that run a restaurant. He's serious, like his birth parents. She's a cuckoo, like his adopted parents. They finally realize what happened. They meet each other at the age of 16, and then both parents decide, let's get them engaged.
It's literally the anime Parent Trap, but with a love story.
Kinda. Except it's reverse for the onto the kids, but
Yeah.
it really is good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've gone through the first 12 episodes. They've got a 24 episode season. Right now they're up to episode 14, but they only have up to 12 dubbed. So I'm with this one. It's a little easier for me to watch it dubbed than it is subbed. So I gotta wait a little bit for it. But
Yeah.
that's the spring season.
That was
The
one of
summer
the
season.
problems when after I stopped watching like Funimation dubs, like when I was trying to watch My Hero Academia subbed, it was just really hard to keep up
Mm-hmm.
with all the exposition
Yep,
in
that it
Japanese.
is.
Yeah, but here what I have been watching in subbed, and I've gone. Honestly, this has been amazing. It's a reboot anime, a remake anime, but I honestly did not expect it to be this good.
Which one? Which show you
I
talking
am
about?
going to show you right now. It's Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai.
Ooh, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm not a big Dragon Quest fan. I did get Dragon Quest 11 because of this game. I mean,
Nice.
because of the series. But this, as its own series, has been absolutely phenomenal. I honestly like, it's definitely like, it gets a lot deeper than like I thought it was. Some very unexpected, like, oh, there's a picture of the 90s version.
Very nice.
Yeah, so like it had an anime before, and then this is like the new shinier version. I think I'm on like the final arc, and yeah, it's been amazing. Like there was this one character, that I expected was going to get killed off like pretty quickly, but he's actually like stayed there for almost like almost the entire series. And I'm like I'm actually really glad where they like I just think it was awesome. It just let me just say that it just seems like anime alligators tend to be the best characters for some reason. I know
Yeah.
this because Tower of God also had an alligator as a character, and he was the funniest character in that entire show.
Most excellent. Well, that's good. That yeah, Dragon Quest is a really good series. The games of course span back to the, the very late 80s, but Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome that you've gotten that you've gotten into that and really like it. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to check it out. Which service currently has it for streaming?
Well, I watched it on Crunchyroll,
Okay.
and I watched it sub. You know, the problem with the Crunchyroll app though is that it doesn't really work very well on the Fire Stick, and I like to watch
Yeah.
stuff with my dad when he's free, and you know he actually likes this show too. You know, I force him to watch anime,
Well,
and you know
let
he
me
likes it now. I got him. I it was a I had this. It took some coercing, but now I've actually programmed him to like it.
well, that's excellent because it really should be very easy to get people into anime considering how bad Western media generally has become
And
in all
yet
of its
people
forms.
resist. Like I
Yeah.
tried, you know, back when I used to watch, you know, Geeks and Gamers, and you know, I even tried like, you know, I think I sent Gary a super chat at one point. Hey, get into anime, and then they all get invited to an anime convention. I mean, how nutty is that? Like, here I am, like, hey, talk about anime. No, we're gonna just keep talking about. Oh no, I don't. I'm not trying to start shit with anyone. It's just so I'm just gonna reel back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, I get where you're coming from. There's only so much of the pounding and the hounding of how bad the Western stuff is that you can take before you just got to say either shit, get off the pot or move on. And
Yeah,
for the most part, all I really watch anymore is anime. It's my primary form of entertainment outside of doing this
I
or
think I've been getting
gaming.
pretty good at finding good stuff, like finding like rare gems on Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, there are some definite gems on some of these services, and then there are some that just aren't anywhere, which is sad, but the
Yeah,
reality.
before
But
we were talking about Disney
mhm.
before the show started, and yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't trust. I'm pretty much anything but Disney at this point. Like I'll give anything a shot if it, you know, so long as like you know it's good. Like you know, it might suck, but like you know, it's good. I really want to see that Bullet Train movie. That looks really awesome.
It does look really good, and I've heard a lot of critics so far whining and complaining because there's not enough Japanese people on the bullet train. Give me a friggin'
Even
break.
though the author is completely on board with the cast. It's nuts. You know, just people looking to complain about something. But
Yeah, just the
that's
usual
just
insanity.
yeah, that's just where we're at. I'm glad things I think are starting to get a little better. You know, I need to be optimistic that like you know that you know stuff's going to like you know that get reeled back a bit, but you know there's just so much persistence to just keep it going even though it just makes everyone else so miserable. You know it's
Yeah,
just it's amazing. Some people want life to just be like under constant scrutiny, like everyone just like watching what they say, and you know not taking jokes as jokes. It's nutty.
that it is. And if you'll bring up my screen again, I've got my summer list
Oh,
of
okay.
all the shows that I want to watch, and there's quite a few of them that are actually new seasons. So I got to go back and watch the old ones before I go. But new shows, Uncle from Another World, it's on Netflix. It is absolutely fantastic. It takes the isekai genre and puts a bit of a spin on it. Instead of the guy being transported there entirely, he's in a coma in this world.
Yeah,
And what
and there
happens yeah, and then 17 years later, he comes out of it, but he still has all the powers and abilities that he had in the other world. And it's some parts of it are quite depressing, and other parts of it is really hilarious. And this guy, the uncle, he is a massive, die-hard Sega fan. He absolutely loves Sega systems. It's
yeah, I
it's
saw
really
Netflix
great.
posted a GIF of him holding a Sega Saturn.
Yep, that he does. The second episode is actually named after after one of the Saturn games. Oh, crap. Oh, I can see it. Ah, damn it. Hold on a sec. Oh, let me sign in.
It was it is it Shining Forces 3?
No, it's the one side scroller beat 'em up that's on 3 planes that could do up to 6 players.
6 players. For that, I didn't know that that was a thing until like, the Wii.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it could do it. Oh, let me see here. Come on.
yeah,
Okay, here we go. Here we go. 6 player games. Guardian Heroes. Oh, it is so good. It's probably the best Saturn game out there, but yeah, the show focused on him talking about that. In fact, on the Saturn, if you got 2 of the multi taps, you could do 10-player Super Bomberman. That is peak Bomberman.
oh wow.
Yeah, it's insane, really is. But
I got the Genesis Mini 2 pre-ordered once I found out it had Shining Forces CD.
very
So
good.
I'm really looking forward to that coming. I still don't know what other games are going to be on it, but yeah,
I'm hoping.
I would like them to do a mini Sega Saturn, but I know they'll never do it.
Yeah, yeah. Emulation for Saturn can be very hit or miss, but as far as the Genesis Mini 2, that's going to be so good. It's got Final Fight CD, the best version of Final Fight. It's got, as you said, Shining Force. The only thing that I've seen on it that's missing, that it really needs to have, but I don't know if they're going to pull it off, is oh shit, hold on. Hideo Kojima's game, not Police Knots, but the one before that was on the Sega CD, Snatcher.
Snatcher.
Yes, absolutely got to have Snatcher.
Do you walk up mountains for the entire game?
What was that?
Oh no, I'm just taking a shit on Death Standing.
But yes, Uncle from Another World. It really is great. I really do like it. And I buzzed through the first 13 core of Bastard, and the second core of it comes out here in a few days. Yeah, Bastard's good. Although
Oh
it's
yeah,
missing some elements of the manga. But
yeah.
yeah,
Less boobies. Yeah, I actually I've watched it and I'm actually glad like that it's still raunchy. Like there were some concerns about some mistranslations in episode 4, but it seems like those were just like mistakes. Just it would. Like there was concern whether or not it was deliberate, but no, I mean,
yeah,
like the dialogue is super raunchy. Like, it wouldn't make any sense if they censored that stuff and like the stuff they left in. So no,
yeah,
Bastard is great. I have to watch more.
yeah. Bastard's
Villain
good.
protagonists are fun.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, Bastard's great. The next one that I've watched an episode of is Tokyo Mew Mew New. That is just fun, cutesy. Put girl power team together to fight evil, and it's good. It's worth a watch at least once. I
What's
need to
Black
see Black
Summoner?
Summoner. I need to see Call of the Night
Is that
when
does
it
he have
finally
elf ears?
drops.
Are those
What was
elf
that?
ears? Elf ears?
Where?
On the main character? I can't see
On which
on the
one?
Black Summoner.
On Black Summoner? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, no, those are regular ears.
Yeah. I need to see. As soon as it drops on Netflix, I gotta watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That looks
Yeah, I
so
was
good.
talking to my friend who's a big Studio Trigger fan, and I was asking him if he was going to watch this, and he goes like, "Yeah." So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to
without
that.
question. Yeah, without question, that'll be one to watch. I need to watch the first season of Classroom of the Elite. I really want to watch Engage Kiss. These two, maybe. This one, from what I've heard, you got to go online and search for the more uncensored version of it, because I guess it really gets wild for the harem in the labyrinth of another world.
Yeah, I saw some people talking about this one on Twitter.
Yes. And then, of course, the fourth season of Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I got to go through the other ones.
Ridiculous title.
Now, this one is really strange. Have you ever seen a show? Oh, damn it! I can see it. It had uh, it had Sean Bean as the antagonist, and it had Christian Bale as the protagonist. Equilibrium.
Oh yes,
This
Sean. Yes, I love Equilibrium.
Licorice Recoil reminds me a lot of that.
Oh, that's
And from what
yeah.
I've
Go.
only watched the first few minutes of it, but man, it is done extremely well. Very easy on the eyes, but man, it's a mind trip.
Oh, speaking of anime that resemble Equilibrium, have you ever seen Trinity Blood?
Heard of it, haven't watched it.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a shot in the anime where they straight up rip off like a scene from like people call it a Trigon rip off, but there's also a scene where they rip off Equilibrium, like almost shot for shot.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like 40K Catholic Church versus vampires.
Oh, that would be that would be interesting. Oh man.
Yeah,
Let's
they
see.
have big busty cardinals, and it's pretty wild the future. And there's like
It
two nation
sounds like it.
states, one controlled by the Vatican, the other controlled by a country of vampires.
Oh, I'll have to check that one out. And as far
Yeah.
as the rest of this season, we've got Overlord season 4, my Isekai life or my Isekai life. I gained a second character class. Uh, Made in Abyss, I heard is really
Oh
good.
yes. Oh, have you seen the first season?
No, I have not.
Made in Abyss is one of those biggest, like, how everyone was saying how much of a bait and switch Goblin Slayer was? Made in Abyss is far worse of a bait and switch. So that scene where this episode of SpongeBob where they're in the box and then they're acting a scene like where like they have to amputate their arms and legs.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, this
But
the
I'll go
SpongeBob.
with it.
Okay, well, oh, and I was hoping you'd had to have actually seen that. It's the imagination episode. Everyone's seen it. Oh, I'm surprised you haven't seen that one. Anyway, my point was that Made in Abyss gets really freaking dark.
Hmm.
So like,
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Is it's cutesy looking, but man, it's rough.
yeah, like it's really appropriate. Like things get just more messed up the deeper they go. It's and some real like that final bit like some real body horror stuff.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I still need to. I still got to get through season 5 of My Hero Academia for season 6. This one, it's yeah. My stepmom's daughter is my ex. That could be tough or stupid. Parallel World Pharmacy. The dude that's the pharmacist, his name is actually Farm. It's just a trashy isekai that's just fun.
Well, man, they
Phantom of
really are like just making too many of these isekai stuff. I mean,
Oh
some of them
yeah,
are really good. I really liked ReZero for the time, but I got bored with that second season.
yeah, yeah. That's part of the problem when you start overdoing a certain genre. It becomes harder and harder to find really good ones or harder to try and differentiate yourself. But
Well, no, the problem with ReZero season 2 is that the time loop. It just like it kept restarting, so it felt like no progress was being made. No, ReZero's
yeah,
gimmick is that like he dies and then he restarts from a certain checkpoint.
ah, I see. Yeah, that could get annoying after some time. That's for sure. I need to see Rent a Girlfriend before I watch this, and of course Shadow House. And this one I've heard is good. This one is and of course The Devil is a Part Timer season 2.
That took a long
Although
time to get that second season.
yes, it did. And the two that are probably I'm probably going to get to sooner rather than later is The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious and The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. They just sound so out there that they're going to be good. So I'll probably check them out sooner. But
It's cool.
yeah, I've got my hands full for the summer season. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation in a couple of months. I'll definitely try and catch up on some. Definitely like the Netflix stuff. I'll probably even give Uncle from Another World. I was gonna pass on that, but if you say it's good, I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah, I completely enjoy the crap out of it. I think it's hilarious. Now it is a bit of a slow burn. The first two episodes are really setting. They're setting the table. But the third episode actually came out today, and I haven't watched it yet. But it's somewhere along the line it's going to pick up. But everything about him and all the Sega references and everything, it's right up my alley. It's the type of thing that I like to watch.
Yeah, definitely do try and add died to the list. Like it's pretty long. Like they've but I honestly I loved I've seen like I just loved everything I saw from Die. And like it I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
It's all right. Keep going. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh no, it's just like I watched this show because I needed something to watch, and then I ended up getting really sucked in.
Hmm. Yeah, some of the best shows are like that. You're like, oh, okay, something to turn on in the background, some white noise or that, and then something cool happens. You're like, holy crap, this is really good. Been there, done that. I definitely understand that.
Like
So,
one of the so like do you mind a minor spoiler?
no, go for it.
Okay, so like the character that I was telling you about, this guy, Crocodile,
Hmm.
he's like one of the lead generals of the evil army and stuff. He's like the first big boss. And so
Okay.
like, I thought it like, disposable henchmen and stuff. And then like, not only did they not kill him off, but like he becomes like, he got his ass so thoroughly kicked, he developed a sense of admiralty to humans to a point where he went and he actually puts his own life in danger to save the party, and even tells like the one guy saying that like when he dies he wishes to be reborn as a human. That is
Okay.
freaking amazing.
Oh, that's
He's definitely like was a lot cooler of a character than you would expect. And he's still at the part I'm at, he's still around and he's still fighting.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
hopefully that
That's
wasn't too
that's
much of
definitely
a
different.
yeah.
Definitely different compared to most of the other stuff out there. I'll have to check that out. It sounds like something that would be up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, they use a lot of the spells they use in the video game, like the warping spell that fast travels.
Nice. That's what I really like about Bastard. I've always been a heavy metal guy, and having them have the name of the spells be either people from a band or the name of a band, or that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Having, Venom or invoking Dave Mustaine for Megadeth.
Oh man, I
Uh,
probably even get those. I probably get more of the JoJo music references than I do the
then the metal references. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Unless
that's a
there's a
show.
Metallica reference somewhere, there's got to be.
Yeah, yeah, I think there is. I don't remember though because I haven't been a Metallica person for a long time. But that's a show that I did want to try and get into just because of how strange it is, and that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I tried. Everyone goes crazy about part three, but I just think part three is kind of boring. I liked it better with the parts one and two with the Hamon and the vampires.
And you see, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen any JoJo then.
Nope, I've watched the first episode of the first season, but that's been a few years ago. And I know if they're on like a fifth season of it or something, so
Yeah, like part
I'm
six. Well, like the thing with they keep changing protagonists. Like the Joestar line is like the Skywalkers or the Belmonts. They keep changing.
oh yes, so yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
one that'll be fun to get into when I can. And yeah, the T-shirt historian is massively huge into 80s manga and anime, and Bastard's right up his alley. Yeah, he probably knows more about it than probably even the creators of this current show.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of older manga and older anime that I still need to watch, or stuff that I've started but I haven't had a chance to complete. But
Yeah,
trying to
I was
find the
able to
time for
read.
all of it's tough.
I
Hmm?
read. I read. Devil. The original Devilman, all of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, though it was the Seven Seas translated, and I suspect they watered down some of the language, but it was still pretty dark even with that. I honestly really enjoyed, because I saw Devilman Crybaby on Netflix, and I wanted to see what the original story was, see what the differences were, and
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
things are a little bit different, but it ends all the same.
yes, that is true. But that is one thing that I will eventually dive back into on my channel, is going back and hitting some of the 80s and 90s anime that I didn't talk about. And there was a ton that I did, and a ton that I didn't. So,
Yeah. No,
but the
there's
current
definitely.
stuff has been much better than I thought it was going to be. I do notice some changes, and less definitely a lot less fan service than there used to be, or the type of fan service that you get now is vastly different than what it was then.
Like, well, that's probably because, like, I know with the Zero, the games ratings board, I'm not sure that affects like anime, but I know like people complain about Dragon Ball Super being less violent than Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And then Dragon Ball Z was a lot more kid friendly than the original Dragon Ball. And I can see that. Oh, the original Dragon Ball has got some stuff in it that definitely adult humor, let's put it that way.
Yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. I know like first episode you see like Goku's like piece.
Yeah, yeah, he's taking a whiz, or
Yeah.
the female character, she says something about, "Hey, give me your Dragon Ball, and I'll basically, you'll show me mine, I'll show you yours." And he's
Oh
like, "Why would
God.
I want to see your dirty fanny?"
Oh,
Oh,
oh man.
yeah. Some of the stuff from back in the day is a bit messed up, and some of it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, if I had to pick stuff to take with me on the desert island, I probably would take all the Ghosts in the Shell stuff. That's stuff that I really enjoy.
You like Ghost in the Shell?
Oh yeah, I love Ghosts in the Shell.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the '90s animated movie.
Okay, we've got to correct that. The '90s movie is great. The second movie, Innocence, is good, but the TV series Standalone Complex and Second Gig are phenomenal. They're so good.
Are they on Netflix?
No, none of it's actually. I don't think they're streaming it anywhere right now.
Oh, I can probably find
But
it online.
yeah, yeah, you'd have to do that, or you can get the Blu-rays for each season for about $15. So they're not expensive to get. They're still in print, and that's what I did. I got the standalone complex and the second gig on Blu-ray to go with my 4K edition of Ghosts in the Shell. But even some of the newer Ghosts in the Shell stuff is pretty good. I just don't care for the 3D CGI'd anime look they've given to it.
Yeah,
It's not my thing.
I don't know. That 3D CGI stuff seems to work for some anime, and it just doesn't work for others.
Yeah. And it's probably why I don't like it for Ghosts in the Shell because I know what Ghosts in the Shell is supposed to look, and that's where I'm a bit hesitant with the Trigun Stampede. It looks better than some, but it's still that one that one is going to be tough. But I'll definitely watch it, and I hope that it's actually really good. It has to be good. That's one show that you can't screw up. You can't screw up Trigun.
Yeah,
So
that'd be interesting. So, is it going to be like a sequel or a complete reboot?
Trigun Stampede is it's basically a retelling of the story, but when they did Trigun originally, they only had basically the first two Tonkobon compilations. It wasn't until later that they actually went back and that the creator went back and finished Trigun and called it Trigun Ultimate. And now that they've got that, they can do a series that follows the manga more closely than what they had.
Ah, so it's going to be like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's going to be more faithful to the manga. Then that should be good.
Possibly. That's what it should be. But have you not seen the preview for it?
No.
All right, hold on one sec. We need to play this because you got to see it.
Yeah,
So let's
I've
see.
I've seen the original bits of the original Trigon, so I'll know like if there's anything off about it.
Let's see the official trailer. Do they have it dubbed yet? They do not.
You know who's dubbing it?
Well, Netflix is the one that's airing it, but
Oh, so then Netflix will get their people. That's how it works. Or it could be a Viz thing, because Viz is weird with their streaming, like how they're
yeah.
hoarding Naruto Shippuden, and they won't let anyone else stream it.
Well, Toho Animation is the one that's actually doing this. Or
Hmm.
they're the top dog, and then the studio that they've got doing this is the one that also animated Beast Stars. So let me get this. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this
Hmm.
theater mode, and then I'll share my screen with you. There we go. Trigun Stampede. Okay, go ahead and bring it on.
All right.
Actually, move this over to my other monitor here. There we go. Okay,
Almost
so the
1.5
preview.
million views.
Yeah, it's had a ton of views since this was released at the Anime Expo that was held in Japan about a month ago.
Ah.
So here we go.
このシップは墜落します。速やかに脱出してください。
何が起きたの？墜落ってどういうこと？バッシュ、ナイン、 大好きよ二人とも。レム。
兄がいるんだ。
Yeah,
That doesn't look like Trigon.
huh?
That doesn't look like isn't Trigon supposed to be all deserty and
Well, yeah, it's on the planet of Gunsmoke. But if you remember, how they got there was on the ship, so we don't
Yeah.
have enough information to know where that fits into it. If they're going to do like they did with the original and talk about his past midway through the show, or if they're going to do that and do more of a chronological order. But,
okay, yeah, because I only saw those first few episodes probably at it was probably my college anime club that I saw that, and we only ever got like 4 episodes.
Oh, that's a shame. You got to go through the whole thing of Trigun. It really is good. But this is probably going to spoil a few minor things for you, but that's all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So here we go. We'll continue on with the Stampede.
ミリオンズナイブス、ずっと東の果て、そこに奴はいる。バッシュ、お前は変わらない。口先だけの無双主義者だ。僕はもう誰も殺さない。
お前は共犯者だ。そうだろう。バッシュ。
All that I'll say is the voice for Knives drives me crazy.
Is that the person with the pink hair?
That's that's Vash's brother. His let me read you. Let me read
Yeah,
you this off of
every protagonist needs an evil brother.
Yeah, so Trigun, the Ballad of Vash the Stampede, or the Legend of the Galaxy's Greatest Gunslinger, starring the humanoid Typhoon, Vash the Stampede, and genocidal menace Millions Knives, with a lethal appearance by the Gung Ho Guns. So yeah, Knives is his brother, and I won't tell you more than that, other than they're both pretty equally matched in their capabilities.
Cool. Yeah, definitely like further than I got with the original series, but honestly, I kind of dig the new look.
It's definitely different. It's not as bad as some of them, but as Channel 66 said, he's still not feeling the CGI art, but he's going to give it a chance. Yeah, now that I've seen it a few more times, I do think I like the look. I think it will fit. But as far as I haven't read the manga or read Trigun Maximum, but my understanding is when the creator came back to finish this, he moved it, or it was moved from being a shonen type of show or manga into a seinen or an adult type of show. So it had a vastly different tone. So
Yeah,
but,
so they might have a different tone from the anime, from the original anime.
Oh yeah, the original anime was both goofy and serious at the same time, whereas this is probably going to have some goofy, but it's going to be serious then goofy, as opposed to goofy then serious.
I bet that's going to confuse some fans.
Oh yeah, it probably will, but you know what? That's okay. I'm still going to check it out, but we got to wait till next year to actually see it. So hopefully, hopefully we're not engulfed in nuclear flames by then. So
yeah, who knows? We get another get another virus. Like, who knows?
Yeah, no kidding.
Geez. It's but yeah, we have anime.
That we do. Well, Dash, it has been great to talk to you. My time, unfortunately, is coming to an end. But yeah, if you're needing access to any of this, as I said, I can get you access to Trigun, and I highly recommend to watch it. Yeah, I still haven't watched Evangelion. I need to. I know I'm bad for not watching it, but Evangelion is just one of those that the more I've read about it,
I
it's just
started
rough.
watching it. I thought it was boring.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a hit or miss, like Cowboy Bebop. It definitely has a drummer that beats to the sound of his own, his own rhythm, and his rhythm can be really loud or it can be really out there. Same with
Yeah,
Trigun. It can be
yeah.
really out there.
Hey, before you leave, I have to ask, how much of a Naruto fan are you?
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Well, actually, in the DMs, I'm going to send you a link to the full dub that was completely edited by this guy called Oceans. They edited it so it's like, so he made like a bunch of episodes into little mini movies.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
try and watch some of it on over vacation. It's called the Oceans Cut of Naruto, both series.
Yeah, anything to cut out the filler and keep all the good stuff. Because
Yeah.
let's face it, shows like that run forever, there's a ton of filler, just a ton of it.
Yeah, that's the big problem is the filler, and it's overwhelming for people, especially now you have this. I hear like this sequel series, Boruto, is even worse. That's why I don't even bother.
Yeah, so very true.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, it was. Mhm.
yeah, but at least the manga. I read the entire manga, all 700 chapters. I freaking love Naruto. Yeah,
Excellent.
I'll
Yeah,
send you that link, and you can send me Trigon.
yeah, absolutely. We can definitely get that arranged. So I definitely appreciate you having me on tonight. Let's see. Yes, Channel 66. Yes, welcome to the NHK Serial Experiment Lane, Neon Genesis Evangelions. Yeah, they're all way the hell out there. They are definitely a mind screw. Yeah, so they're all worth seeing at least once. I've seen Lane, and man, that one was a mind trip for sure. But yeah, I do have to get going. I got a few things I
Yeah.
got to do for tonight and tomorrow. So
Thank
thank
you
you,
so much
Dash.
for coming on.
You betcha, absolutely. Just let me know if yeah, let me know about Naruto, and I'll get you access to some Trigun, and we'll enjoy some anime, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You do the same. Thank you. Take care.